customs officer at Johannesburg Airport can ask you to recite your Bitcoin seed phrase. If you refuse, 5 years in prison. If you comply, he has your money. Not temporarily, not for inspection, he has it. No warrant, no judge, an officer's suspicion is enough. This is a real regulation South Africa published 2 weeks ago, and it has a problem that no government has solved. In 1933, President Roosevelt told Americans to hand over their gold. And it worked, because gold is heavy. It's in a safe. A brick of gold is pretty hard to miss in a TSA line. A Bitcoin wallet is 12 words you can memorize, much harder to catch. You can fly from Johannesburg to London with $1 billion of Bitcoin and nothing in your bag but a passport. South Africa is trying to do the Roosevelt thing for a wealth that doesn't weigh anything and isn't anywhere in particular. And they're doing it because a judge embarrassed them. Last year, a company called Leo Cash and Carry bought $37 million in Bitcoin and moved it offshore. The Reserve Bank said, that's illegal. The judge said, your law is from 1961. These definitions don't cover Bitcoin. So, the government wrote a new law. April 17th, 2026, Government Notice 54520. For the first time, Bitcoin sits alongside foreign currency and gold in South African law. And Regulation 25, subsection 5, says an enforcement officer at any port of entry can compel you to hand over any password, PIN, or private key needed to access your assets, on suspicion. Think about what that means. When a customs officer searches your bag, you get the bag back. If you give someone your seed phrase, they have your Bitcoin, forever. The key is the money. There is no inspection mode. And then there's Section 35 of the South African Constitution. You cannot be compelled to testify against yourself. A seed phrase in your head is the contents of your mind. This law is asking you to open your mind at the border. The people with the real money are already leaving. Mauritius. They won't stand in a customs line at OR Tambo. That's the whole point of being rich. The people in that line are the freelancer getting paid in Bitcoin by a client in Berlin. The domestic worker sending money to Zimbabwe because banks take 2 weeks and charge 15%. These are the people who get caught because they don't have a lawyer. Every government on earth is watching. Public comment closes June 10th, and the regulation doesn't define reasonable suspicion, doesn't say who counts as an enforcement officer, it doesn't say what happens to your seed phrase after you've disclosed it. In 1933, Roosevelt asked Americans to hand over their gold. They did because gold is in a place at a time. In 2026, South Africa is asking you to hand over something that exists only in your mind. Can they make you?